And joining me live in the studio for more on this development is a public affairs analyst, Godswill Osagie. Good to have you join us.
Thank you for having me.
So this is the federal government now considering a ban on commercial motorcycles. It's been done in Lagos. I think a couple other states, Edo State as well, has done that. And government is now saying, look, we need to do this for security reasons. How does this come to you? Also bearing in mind that for some people, it is a means of livelihood.
I think the primary aim of the government is to protect lives and property. And this is a major decision they've made in protecting lives and property, because we understand that majority of these terrorists in the country, they're in the forest, they're in the bushes, and one of their major means of transportation are these motorcycles. And then again, we cannot just stop anybody on the road with a motorcycle saying, who are you and what. So when you ban such things, it gives a open ground for everybody to know who is actually moving and what they're actually doing. You know, I know most people will say that it will have a socio-economic effect on people, but then again, we should understand that we have two priorities here, you know, between fear of poverty and insecurity. And remember, you must be alive before you can eat. So I think it's a good step by the government to ban it for now, and also create other means, alternative means for these persons you are removing out of labor, you know, and actually creating something for them to do in this time.
And we're talking about millions of people who, or hundreds of thousands, if not up to millions of people who just around the country, millions who are into motorcycle, commercial motorcycle, and they use that as a means of livelihood genuinely for their families. And I don't know what government can do in a short space of time to provide jobs for them. It's still a consideration. They've not made a decision yet. But there are those who are now saying, why not do selected ban? They are in the Northwest where you have, and Northeast where you have some of these issues. Why not select some of those states and ban motorcycles in those states, and they're not making a nationwide thing where, you know, they might not necessarily have those kind of challenges?
You still understand that even in the states that a lot of people are suggesting they just ban there, you still have people who use this motorcycling as means of livelihood, who are genuinely working to make end meets for their family. But then again, we have to follow the world where it's going to. You understand? You know, there's no country in the world that is moving towards a positive path that still has motorcycling as a means of transportation. But then again, it is, like they said, they're considering. And I believe before they come with the official ban, they have to provide means for these persons, other industries or other organizations for them to go into.
And then this is also a means of transportation for a lot of people. So I'm sure those who also use this, because it's very quick and fast. So if you want to get somewhere, a lot of people will say, if you want to get somewhere fast, use a motorcycle. But let's talk about a statement made by the Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, where he said that they got intelligence about the attack on Kuje Correctional Facility earlier, but it was just about the will to act. And that's what a lot of people have always said about, you know, the federal government, the will to act. How does that statement come to you in terms of there was no will to act in terms of stopping the attack?
You know, a lot of us are actually sad about what happened in Kuje, because from information reaching us was that the organization, the crime took place for over 3 hours, and even the closest police station or army barracks could not respond. You know, the government have to be serious and deliberate with this decision right now, because someone like Lagos State, they've actually banned motorcycling 5 times. You know, Edo State did it like twice. You know, so they need to put necessary modalities on ground to ensure that when the decision eventually comes, it is being accepted, enforced and accepted all over the country, not just some particular states.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Public Affairs Analyst Godswill Osagie.
Thank you for having me.